Yo, what's good? Been a hot minute, for real. But before I say anything about this video, y'all need to ban these three operators. I'm gonna probably put it like at display. So y'all need to ban Habana, Ace, and Glass. I'm gonna say it again. You need to ban Habana, Ace, and Glass. Please and thank you. Like, I'm not gonna really demonstrate it, but like for Glass first and foremost, if they take that default window downstairs in sight, bro, you're cooked, bro. I don't care what you got going on, you're cooked. Like smokes and you're cooked, you know? And of course for Ace, if she can't take the wall, and Habana is getting hatches. Simple as that. But the thing is with this, I made I was going to make a side video about this one, but like I guess like my Game Pass had ended, and then I didn't realize it was a free version of Siege. The only thing about it is I just can't play rank and like Siege Cup. Like I don't care about that shit honestly, but now I'm back. But normally it was Kaid, Bandit, Castle, Mira, and it was going to be Tachanka. But now it's Bandit, Tachanka, Mira, Castle, and Alibi. So that's a big change. And it might sound bad, but it gets worse. For Mira, I was having her have her beepers. So normally when the Mira clip shows up, I have the Mira facing this bar stock wall on this half wall, and then someone's going to be upstairs looking down into staircase basement, snow bikes actually, and I was going to have a beeper on that staircase and the other beeper somewhere else. I forgot where we're going to be at, but just to indicate to her that someone is going to be pushing down there. So but I didn't really use it. I used to C4, so I'm gonna probably give you the best option to not use her C4. It's a crazy thing to say, but like in my opinion, they can easily take this half wall like that, like because I don't have a bandit on it, and when I had Kaid was on that. So if you want to use Kaid, you can use Kaid, of course for hatches, but I don't have Kaid on my setup. So if they take this half wall with the Ace or Habana, well especially Ace, like you have to give it up, you know, like there's no point on trying to fight that. Just give it up, you know. But you know, with the beepers, it would notify you if someone's coming from snow bikes, you know what I'm saying, from downstairs basement and coming up, versus you just relying on the mirror itself and just like hoping no one breaks it or like whatever, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I do have someone playing downstairs. That's why I have Bandit down here. It won't be Bandit, but I'll have someone playing downstairs and then have someone playing upstairs. It doesn't really matter like who is who, but I just want to make sure like everyone is comfortable. Like the bigger thing about me playing Siege and like anything me doing site setups, you have to be comfortable. I'm not gonna play a site if I'm not comfortable. You're fucking tripping. Sorry YouTube, but you're tripping, bro. Like you're wilding, you're smoking dick. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not doing that. But now here's the mirror right here. You may think, why the hell does he have these two reinforced? Bro, like I said, bro, I normally had Kaid on this half wall, but it would be Bandit. But let's just say they do take this, like this half wall. For the first mirror I had, the beepers are going to be like on the staircase, so you can be notified when they're coming up, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have someone upstairs watching straight down, basically to cover like your mirror. So it's like if it gets, it can't be broken unless like it gets like a ash charge, like an Ace or you know Habana or whatever whatnot. But you know, it's not really to rely on it, it's just to look, because no one's going to physically put their whole body out just to watch that hop in on that window, you know, and coming from basement down, you know. So it's like it's really difficult to really like watch it without a mirror. And then right here I'm just demonstrating you leaning on based on this mirror. It's like it's really hard to peek it because you're gonna get shot from multiple directions. But you know, when it's reinforced, it kind of notifies them that like, you know, it's like clear but in a way that is covering your side. You know, it's like it's not gonna cover your backside, but just your side. You know, and then you being mirror, like you're gonna wash your mirror how a normal mirror does. You know. And then oftentimes, let's just say they do get like a sins or like, let's just say like a glass or some sort, you know, and they shouldn't have glass, ban glass. And they go glass, you know, with glass. Now he's going to be watching only two ways: that doorway, that stock doorway, or honestly just the rotation. And then you being a mirror, you're gonna already be ready for it because your back side is already covered. So there's no need for you to peek on that doorway because she's gonna be obviously watching that doorway. Or if they do hop in super quick, his first attention is gonna be on that doorway, not the rotation. So you being mirror and having a sound cue, you can just launch your C4 right to the rotation and an easy kill. You know what I'm saying? And with Tachanka, I'm not gonna lie, Tachanka, at first, I'm not gonna lie, people didn't really see much, and I include myself. I didn't see how he would be useful or what type of potential he had. But just his fireballs being bouncy is crazy, you know? And I don't really know how much damage it does. I have to see how much it does, but I remember Fett going over this like a while back in his video, like, it really spoke to me in a way that like I felt like the video was meant for me to actually see, because me playing Siege, I don't give a fuck what's going on, bro. I'm sorry again, YouTube. I don't care what's going on. Time is the only thing on my mind. So when he really broke down like Smoke, Tachanka, and like all the control ops, like on like how slow a push can cost you when you use a op for like a control op, Tachanka is the best one. He takes up half of the whole game. If you use Tachanka right, he takes up 2 minutes of the game. And you only have 1 minute left to do anything but just, and let's just say you're just now loading in, bro. Imagine Tachanka taking up 2 minutes of the game, and then you still have like artillery, you still have utility to use in 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? And the defense still has C4s. Like their setup is still good because you haven't done anything because Tachanka is holding you back. So for Tachanka, I'm not gonna lie, Brody, he is really good if you know how to use him and line up your shots. And I've seen this, like, literally my mind was like, if I use Tachanka, how can I use him? Now remember, this specific spot, you can shoot your fire right through that, and you can cover up double window upstairs in the library. And imagine someone on that mirror upstairs. They can honestly, confidently not really give it too much focus because the mirror is outside of the library, and then you're looking into library, and then you have the other people that's upstairs with you, or maybe just not one or two people other with you, and like honestly just to help you out, you know. And I'm gonna say this: if you don't want to use Tachanka, you can use Kaede. But just look how Tachanka is so good. And like, I'm trying to show you guys like how like the hatch itself can cost you if you're peeking it. Because once again, if you peek this doorway, you could get shot from all these other directions. And Tachanka is a perfect example on how you don't have to expose your body to actually get kills. The only thing you're gonna do is stop them from coming in. Like the plan is gonna happen regardless. Hate this 20-minute low level, like this fucking phone, bro, pissed me off, bro. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, bro, it's like, bro, you know, it's my headset sliding off and shit, bro. I'm gonna get fucking mad. Anyways, you know, it's like, bro, like Tachanka, like he is good, like he's good for his like his worth. You know what I'm saying? Like when you use Tachanka, when you hear Tachanka, you don't expect fireballs. You know what I'm saying? Alibi. Here's the thing with Alibi. I've noticed with Alibi, anything with Alibi, people drone. And then what I don't like about Alibi is like you're able to know that it's an alibi because like the bottom of like the hologram has this platform that you can like be seen, or like it can be identified as like, oh yeah, no one's on this, or like, yeah, that's not no one real, it's a clone, or it's a, you know, it's an alibi, a hologram, you know. But I feel like her getting a buff on her clone just to be her clone, it would be pretty better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would hate the fact that someone's joining and then they see the platform of the alibi hologram and they know, yeah, it's a hologram, and they say fuck it, it just run right in. You know, it's like no one's gonna be trigger happy over that clone because they're already droning it and they see the bottom of the hologram and they know it's a drone, you know? So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like, at least that could be fixed, in my opinion. Like, if that's fixed, it'll be better, you know? But yeah, alibi. She's gonna be playing Garage. You may think, why Garage? That's not, that was not, bro, slow down. Let me explain why. For alibi, you need to be... Okay, the thing is with her, she has 3 holograms. 4 would be kind of pushing it, but 3 is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But you need to be... What's crazy? Scopos, her, and Caviar can be in 3 places at once. Think about that. Well, 2, technically 2. But her 3, you know, like, you need to have alibi in a spot where you can catch people pre-firing. And I feel like the most about it is like, the biggest thing you could do for an alibi clone is put it in front of the window, because they're gonna automatically shoot out that window and they're pinged. But they're already pinged outside, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's really no need to have it on that window or doorway or whatever when they break down the barricade. But I feel like with angles and peaks, and also like people who like to like common pre-firing spots, the alibi would be good to put there, because now you're notified someone's coming up here pretty quickly, you know? So having these alibis at a certain spot really just shows you that, like, okay, if someone's peeking from this balcony window, it's like, hey, they're gonna shoot straight down the library and see someone there, minus the mirror being there. But like, when they take that down, they're gonna shoot straight through and see the alibi, and they're gonna shoot it. Versus this one here coming from a car garage, when they're peeking this angle, they can't really see much, but once they swing that, they're gonna shoot you thinking that that's someone real, but it's an alibi clone. And then you being alibi downstairs, you have the ability to actually move around freely and just pick on and pick out who's ever pushing you a certain way, you know? I would go beepers, but the OV, I say OV, but is observation blockers, but I say OV. I don't know why, but yeah, the OV blockers, honestly, they have their own purpose and different drones. So yeah. Last but not least, Castle Wassel. Castle, I'm not gonna lie, this one, like, I always get stuck with Castle because I don't know who to use to cover anything else. Because once again, explosions is the biggest thing. Like, I just don't like to hear when, like, bro, it makes Castle feel so useless. I don't know why, but yeah, Castle's gonna be upstairs. If you need to give it up, like the whole upstairs, give it up. I popped a kitchen hatch you can drop. Just give it up, bro. Don't worry about holding it. You know what I'm saying? And the big thing is about upstairs is honestly just to watch Shamira's back side. That is that, you know? Like, if it needs to be given up, you know? Like, don't force your hand trying to honestly cover upstairs, because once your team downstairs is dead, that attack team will be notified, hey, site's clear. And then they're saying, you know what? F it, we're all going downstairs and go plan, you know, set up, you know, and just wait. But like I said, don't try to force your hand. But then again, too, they're gonna want to clear you out, because you're gonna have that leverage. You know, you have library window, you have basement, you have like the soul spawn peak off the two windows. You know, anything so simple can be a big problem, because again, it's simple. Like, anything simple is a big problem. So it's like, not watching your blind side is a big issue in Siege, because people expect the expected, but then again, they get expected with the unexpected. And that's a whole fucking, right there alone is a tongue twister. But you see what I'm saying? Still, you know? But yeah, the big thing I have to learn about myself is giving things up, you know? So it's like, hey, if I can't guard this with like all my heart and like compassion, just give it up, bro. Like, I'm not gonna force my hand out just to cover this little spot. You know what I'm saying? Give it up. But at most, Mira, Mirror, alibi, castle would be outside of sight, but at most having someone watching upstairs, because this upstairs is going to be cleared out. And the thing is, with attack, they like to take upstairs first just to make sure no one's roaming. So that's a big thing about I have to learn myself too, is like I'm trying to make more upstairs like preps rather than having all downstairs. But you know, like always, have fun. GG's.